Hey everyone! So we are back with the yard machine. So I got my string put on. I guess I needed to wind it a couple more times. I'm going to end up fixing that, or at least having my husband fix it. Maybe. He'll probably have me do it again. Anyway, it starts and runs. But thank you. Just set it down. So I go out and I had a bent blade like the last time I mowed. I'll show you. So over there is my staghorn sumacs, also known as monkey trees. That's what I've always called them, was monkey trees. They look like jungle trees. But as you can see, they are literally just crowded full of, hi baby, crowded full of morning glory. Let me zoom in there. See all the morning glory? So I've been slowly each and every year going through and push mowing right in through there. I have me a little path cut right now. Mariah, your sunglasses are on the ground. There's the camper that we're gonna be turning into a hay wagon. So like this is behind it. So every year I come through and I push mow and I mow and mow and mow. Those are thorns. Looks like a wild rose. So I just got done push mowing some of all that. I mean, you could see where I push mow. And I hit that clump of dirt right there. Believe it or not, I hit that. And it bent my blade a little bit, not a whole lot. Like I could still push mow. So I mean, you guys see, there's wood laying right there. So I'm not gonna push mow right there. So, the morning glory's not out here, honey. It's honeysuckle. So, I go out and one of my neighbors dug out some dirt for some pipes, I guess, that comes out from their house. I don't really know. It's some kind of drain pipe. And they just clumped it up all right in between our property and their property line. So I was push mowing. I hit a big old clump of dirt again. And bam, I totally bent my blade. So the very first thing, I'm gonna change my blade today. I was not very happy yesterday. I was kind of like, once that happened, I was like, F it, I'm done. I have a little bit of gas in there. I don't know if you can see it. I'm gonna drain that out real quick. The hose that came off yesterday, simple. I'm just gonna undo that real quick. And once I undo that, I'm gonna just pour it into a bowl. And once I pour it into a bowl, get that done, I'll flip it over and show you all what I'm gonna do next. Stay tuned. Okay, so I drained all my gas. Now I just have to make sure that as I'm doing this, my chickens don't mess with my bowl of gas right there. So every time you get a blade, we always get universal blades. They all come with instructions. Most of the time I don't remove my spark plug or disconnect it or anything, which is probably really bad. So you should probably follow your instructions. So yeah, follow your instructions. But my carburetor on this mower is actually on the side that blows out. So, and the reason why I removed my gas is because the last time I did this, I flipped it over on its side and I flooded it with gas. So the best way to do this is to make sure that you don't have any gas. I mean, you could take your tank off if you wanted, like, to be sure or whatever, but and I'm actually wearing gloves today because while I'm under here, I am going to clean out all that crud. I don't know if a lot of you guys use push mowers or not. I used a push mower for a long time, and to be completely honest with you, they can mow like no other. Like, it's amazing what a push mower can do, like the capabilities of a push mower. I haven't used a weed eater in a couple years because I do all my edging with the mower. I like the big wheels on back, smaller wheels on front. And that's also because I like to do around all my rocks. Hi, baby. There's my babies. They always like to see what I'm doing because they like to see if I have any bugs over here. So yeah, there's my blade. I mean, I couldn't even, I had to lift it up as I was pushing it across the yard. You can see it. So, I usually have to get 1 or 2 blades a year. But like I said, I mean, I mow down everything with them. I mow down sticks. I do pick up like large branches and stuff like that. I do pick those up. But everything else, it is what it is. Ooh, there's a big spider. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this off. There's a bolt right here that you have to actually take off, and then there's fittings that go, whoops, I'm not even showing you, that go with this bolt, and then this literally just unbolts. And I'm gonna go get my stuff for this, and then I will be right back. Okay, so I just about got my bolt out. If I'm doing this by myself, I usually take my bent blade. I have some, well, I'm wearing my flip-flops, but I usually have some thick shoes on. My flip-flops are pretty thick. And if your blades are sharp, I would not recommend this at all, but mine are super dull. I just stick my foot on the blade. I tried to use my pry bar to keep it, and because my blade is so bent, it really wasn't doing diddly squat. So, I do not recommend using your foot. You can use like another, like a pair of pliers, or like pipe wrenches to keep it steady, like, because when this moves, this entire bar moves. Let me move that, because that was a waste. This entire bar moves, so you just pretty much have to be careful, and then that's it. I mean, you see it. This is it. It looks like a big old rusty hunk of junk. I don't think I changed this one last year. I changed my other one last year. But yeah, so that's the old blade. I mean, you can see it just sticking up right there. I usually like to keep my pieces just in case. You never know. I think I have my old brackets for my other one. But here is my new blade. It's a gold. It was the only one they had that wasn't for a Craftsman or pull-on or whatever. This was the only universal one. So, I got this one. It seems like it's actually more heavy duty. Like if you feel, like if you see this, like this blade's really thin, and I know it's worn, but I mean, it's still really thin. This one actually seems like it had more material and was actually heavier than I usually get. So I was like, yeah, let's try that one. Maybe I won't bend it so easily. So now it's time to put it back on. Which is the fun part. Alright, I gotta open up my bag. I'll be right back. Okay, so before I decided to put my blade back on, I decided to go ahead and scrape out the inside of my mower some. I think this winter, or whenever I go to winterize it, because I didn't this past winter, we had such a mild winter. I was still like mowing in like November, and then in January I was trying to mow down honeysuckle. So with every new blade you get, it depends on what kind of mower you have. I have like a star-shaped center, so you get these little washers, and these help, like these are adjusting washers, so you can stick them down in there. But since I have a star center, like none of these washers would work, so mine, it just goes straight on there. So that's pretty simple and easy. And then, like I said, if you're ever confused about what to do, every blade comes with a set of instructions. Just read your instructions. And then pretty much you just bolt it back on. So here's my center. So I'm just going to literally put it back on the way it was, because I didn't have to put like a washer in there to fill it or anything like that. It just fits right in there. So I'm just going to go ahead and put my bolt back in. Pretty much make it look exactly like it did before. Tighten, tighten, tighten. I had to change my gloves. My gloves split out. And then let's see if I can do this while I'm holding the phone. I just keep going, and as it tightens, just move things back. I mean, you can feel it, like it's already pretty much getting tight in there. So I'm going to go ahead and tighten this down. And since Mariah's not out here, I'm going to put my stuff back up. Who knows, I may just leave it here because I may need a washer. I don't know. Like a washer on the outside of it. That one obviously didn't come with a washer. It's just got the bracket. So I'm just going to tighten this back down, and I'll start it back up for you. Real quick before I started up, I ended up using another set of pliers to hold the bar. I mean, you can see where they're clamped on down there while I tighten up my bolt, and that's because now I'm dealing with a sharp blade, and I am not going to chance, you know, possibly hurting myself just to make sure that I get a bolt on. Like, that's just craziness. So yeah, before I start it, I just wanted to show you guys that, like, you can just place some pliers there. Okay, well, I just started it up, and I actually just kept mowing with it. I just shut it off because it works. It's doing a good job. I didn't get around my birdhouse very good, but that's okay. I'll get that here in a little bit. I'm a little out of breath. I just got done mowing my ditch line, my one ditch line. So thanks for staying tuned. Please comment, rate, and subscribe. Thanks, everyone.